Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this RadCon. I'll be, without delay, I'll be talking on my topic, imaging update on renal cyst. So this is the old classification, and initially in 1986, it was Bosniak classification was adopted by Morton and Bosniak in 1986, and this is the 2005 classification that is older one. Here we can, in this table, I'll be highlighting what are the important points, and that has been updated in recent classification, like hairline thin septa, fluid attenuation with no septa, hairline thin wall, fluid attenuation, no septa, calcifications or solid component, and the lesion is non-enhancing. In type 2, there are two types, one few thin septa with or without passive non-measurable enhancement, fine calcification, and there may be short segment or thickened calcification in the wall of the septa, and homogeneously high alternating in CT scan with the size measuring less than 3 centimeter, less than or equal to 3 centimeter, but the lesion is sharply marginated and it do not enhance. And in type 2F, that is follow-up, there are two types, minimally thickened or more than few thin septa with or without perceived, that is non-measurable enhancement that may have thick or nodular calcification, and interrenal mass that is hyper-attenuating and the size is less than more than 3 centimeter. And type 3 is thickened or irregular walls or septa with measurable enhancement, and type 4 is soft tissue component that may be nodal but it should enhance. So what is the rationale for updating the Bosniak classification? So if you see those previous classification, especially 2005, most of the lesions often being benign, they are resected. So we need an imaging or imaging-based classification that can detect cancers, and that should be treated on time, and surgery for the benign lesions should be avoided. So especially in the diagnosis of cystic renal cell carcinoma, balancing between the risks of treatment versus active or surveillance, so that the progression to an incurable stage should be identified in time, which is critical for the management of the case. So what was the shortcomings of old classification? If you see different resources, there are reader variability between 6 to 75%, especially in the classes of second, 2F, and third. Because fourth is frankly malignant that can be easily diagnosed, and previous CT classification used to detect enhancing lesion. So there is a large range of clinical imaging tests so that there is variability, and variable reported malignancy, which I will be discussed in the table following this slide. And there was high prevalence of benign among the class 3 cystic lesions that went under resection. So more than 50% of the cases, resected cases, are benign. So these shortcomings should be addressed. So if you see the malignancy rate, virtually, if you see the class 1, that is around virtually usually benign, but due to the suboptimal technique and error in reporting, there may be some malignance in resected cases. If you see the class 2, it's less than 1%, but this classification should not be applied to certain renal symptoms like BHL and hereditary leiomyomatosis and renal cell carcinoma. If you see 2F, malignancy rate range from 0 to 38%, because this old classification was very subjective, measurable, there was no measurement given, and it was used on terms are used like measurable and perceived, certain terms that were so ambiguous, so that there was so there was more variability in between the reporting by the radiologist. So if you look at the third, it is considered indeterminate and management dependent upon the resection versus observation, and it was only highly dependent on lesion size, patient comorbidities, and surgeon preferences. And if you see this renal classification as 4, this is a highly suspicious malignancy. Treatment is generally recommended, seeing the patient's conditions and also the life expectancy that the patient is allowed it. So coming to this update, it was updated by the team led by the Silverman in 2019, and it was later published in 2022. And European and Canadians, they started using this recent classification in 2021. So Bosniak classifies this cystic lesion if the lesion's solid component is less than 25% of the lesion as a proper to avoid the aggressive renal tumors that undergo necrosis, which may be mistakenly termed as Bosniak class 4. So Bosniak 1 and 2 are masses that are characterized as benign and they are truly labeled as cyst, whereas Bosniak 2F, 3 and 4 are generally termed as cystic renal lesions. Terms such as complicated and complex cysts are confusing, thus these are avoided in this recent classification. So when not to apply Bosniak classification? So the infectious pathology, inflammatory pathology and vascular etiology, in these we don't apply this Bosniak classification, and any solid lesion, any linear lesion with solid component more than 25%, and they may have a necrosis. So it is very important to differentiate between necrosis and cystic lesion, although in imaging we may not confidently differentiate between these categories. And the lesions with abundant thick nodular calcification may marks the enhancement. So in these cases, before applying Bosniak category, we should always, it's better to evaluate these cases with MRI scan. And hyperattenuating, non-enhancing lesions in CT scan, more than 3 centimeters, they should also undergo MRI scan before assigning the Bosniak classification category. So this is the image of the solid renal tumor with necrosis. So this should not be classified under our Bosniak classification because this is a solid renal tumor with aggressive in nature, which has led to necrosis. And in this MRI image also we can see the solid component is more than 25% of the total size of the lesion. So these are also to be excluded from this Bosniak classification. And these are DWI and ADC images showing renal abscess. This is infective pathology, so it is also excluded from Bosniak classification. So before the classification proper, I want to go for definitions because this definition is very important so that their measurement and proper evaluation will lead to the proper category of this Bosniak classification. So septum is basically, it may be a linear or curvilinear structure that connects two surfaces. Up to three septa are considered as a few, and more than or equal to 4 are termed as many. So enhancement, previously there's terms like as perceived and measurable enhancement were used terms, and these were very ambiguous, so that only the enhancing lesions were classified under category 3rd and 4th. However, there was no evidence based to distinguish between these perceived and measurable enhancement with increasing risk of malignancy. So in this 2019 updated version, all enhancement is considered as equal. So any enhancement in CT scan more than or equal to 20 HU and more than or equal to 15 signal intensity on contrast enhanced MR is considered as enhancing lesion. So if enhancing features are not clearly delineated and the lesion is very small to characterize, then it is considered as non-enhancing. So in these MR images, we can clearly see there are multiple, more than 4 enhancing septa, but these are thin, so we categorize this as 2F. So septa and wall thickness, previously it was not given the certain measurement, so there were term is called as minimally thickened or thickened to reduce. So there, in this latest version, in the newest version, we have given the measurement to reduce inter-observer variation. So any cyst with smooth, thin enhancing wall less than or equal to 2 mm thickness without septa is considered as Bosniak 1 classification. Smooth septa less than or equal to 2 mm enhancing wall with few septa, that is 1 to 3, that is considered as 2. And if the septa is more than or equal to 4 and thickness of the septa is 3 mm, it is 2F. And any smoothly thickened wall or septa more than or equal to 4 mm is classified as class 3. The next is wall irregularity and nodular. It is very important to differentiate between the wall irregularity and nodular. Any size of the lesion that has acute angle with the septa or the wall, that is considered as nodule. And if it enhances, then it is categorized as class 4. So any other than any enhancing area with obtuse margin, and if the thickness of the septa is more than or equal to 4 mm, then it is also classified as class 4. If there is enhancing area which forms an obtuse angle, and if it is less than or equal to 3 mm, then it is classified as 3. So this is the summary of the table where it gives the measurement of both septa and wall. So if we look at 1, 2, 2F and 3, the respectively less than 2 mm, less than 2 mm, 3 mm, and 4 mm. Where is the septa number? In class 1, there is no septa at all. So 2 and 2F, few, 1 to 3, and more than or equal to 4. 2F, if the wall or the septa enhance is smooth, and if its thickness is less than 2 mm, then it is 2. 2F is 3 mm, and if it is more than or equal to 4, it is 3. So any irregular enhancing septa or wall, then less than or 3 or equal to 3 is 3, and if it is more than or equal to 4 mm, then it is class 4, and any enhancing nodule is class 4. So coming to the classification purpose and few examples of those. So type 1 on CT scan, it is homogeneously fluid attenuation, wall less than 2 mm, and it HU is -9 to 20, that is fluid attenuation, no septa or no calcification, and the wall may enhance. And similarly in MR signal intensity, that is similar to CSF. So if you look at the two, there are 6 categories in CT. Cystic masses, I've already defined the wall and septas, so I won't discuss more again on this. So non-contrast image and -9 to 20 HU, and any non-contrast image more than or equal to 70 HU. Contrast images, if the HU in enhancing, in contrast is more than or equal to 20 mm in renal protocol, and any calcification type. And on contrast image, if HU of the mass is 21 to 30 mm at portovenous phase, and homogeneous low attenuation masses that are too small to characterize are class 2 in CT scan. Whereas in MRI, regarding septa is similar as CT scan, whereas in 2 homogeneous masses that are mildly hyperintense at T2 similar to CSF intensity at non-contrast MRI images. So this is, you can see three septa. So isthmus septa, so this is class 2. So this is the case of a lung cancer with a indeterminate calcified renal mass on the right kidney, and subsequent MRI images shows no enhancement at all. So in previous old classification, it would be 2F, but in this new Bosniak, it is only 2. So if the lesion is very small and unable to characterize, then we label it as non-enhancing. So hypernatremia in CT scan, and in homogeneous but not significant enhancement, the same picture showed no enhancement in MRI. So it is Bosniak class 2. So class 3 septa I have already discussed in this. Only one in MRI we have to know, that is any hyperintense, that is heterogeneously hyperintense in T1 weighted images, they should undergo these images if you have heterogeneous in CT scan, and that we classify as 2F. So 2F has not much changed, but it is very important before labeling it, we must undergo MRI, not only by CT scan. So this is images showing more than 4 smooth septa, so this is 2F. So similar picture, again, there are more than 4 in number, and there are thin, this is 2F. So if you see is 3 indeterminate mass, that is about, and this is very important because half of the resected cases are benign. So surgeons might undergo unnecessary intervention leading to the nephronal loss, morbidity, and cost. So 2019 criteria have clearly defined as any cystic mass with 1 or more irregular septa or irregular wall thickening more than or equal to around 3 mm, and any smoothly thickened wall of more than or equal to 4 mm classified as 2. So if you see in plain CT, it shows iso-attenuating lesion, but in contrast images, we can see thick wall more than 4 mm and multiple septa more than 3 mm. So this is class 3. If you see MRI, we can see the enhancing irregular thick septa. So this is classified as class 3. So class 4, they are highly malignant, about 90%, and there are larger soft tissue component, so they are easily recognized. And so in this class 4, there is less inter-observer variability. So this is a case in CT scan, thick nodular calcification and enhancing soft tissue attached to the wall. So this is class 4. Similarly, we see in T1 hyper, T2 hyper, heterogeneous hyper, and enhancing, and you see a enhancing nodule attached to the wall. So this is class 4. Similar images, if you see thick wall septa more than 4 mm and wall also thick, but they are non-enhancing. But on digital subtraction MR image, you can see a enhancing nodule. So this is class 4. So this is the updated classification with italic showing the changes. What are the gaps of Bosniak classification 2019? So role of ultrasound is not fully established. And Bosniak classification largely defined on the anatomical features. Predictive value of individual features is not known. So cystic changes cannot be readily distinguished from the necrosis, although necrosis is central and there is thin rind of enhancing mass. Mass size is not included in the Bosniak classification, and Bosniak classification likelihood presence predicts the likelihood of cancer, not the biological behavior. So the key points of this updated classification is to improve the original classification's ability to predict the likelihood of malignancy in cystic renal mass, so that we can reduce inter-reader variability, improve the precision of reported malignancy rate with each Bosniak class. We minimize the number of benign masses undergoing unnecessary treatment by improving the specificity, and this 2019 formally incorporates the MR into the classification. So it defines individual imaging features and Bosniak classifications. So it incorporates a larger proportion of renal mass encountered in the clinical practice that is incompletely characterized but highly benign cyst, and it enables a greater proportion of masses to be placed into lower Bosniak classification. To summarize, the current Bosniak classification, it enhances the classification's clarity and specificity, and it is useful in clinical practice, and it serves as the substrate for the future study, and it leads to the future updates that emphasize the clinical significance of the cancers the classification aims to diagnose. Thank you so much.